Hello, Pisces. Welcome to Lotus Heart Tarot. It's kind of early in the morning. It's a fun time to be reading. I don't usually read it this time. Welcome, welcome. If you're new to my channel, I'm so happy to have you. These are general readings, so take what resonates and leave the rest. Pisces, it feels like there's a change to your routine, or there's kind of like more demands on your time than normal, or it feels like, I don't know, it feels like you're about to be really busy, possibly. Spirit, please show us what Pisces needs to know. Or you're just going to have a change to the rhythm of your life, or what you've kind of been used to lately. Oh, wow. Okay, Pisces. You guys just keep getting this like kind of like lights out energy. It's like now is the moment where all your good karma comes back to you. Pisces, I feel like you were really inspiring to someone. I feel like you helped launch a transformation within someone who may have been a bit rigid, who may have how this energy is like it's it's kind of like a disciplined energy, but the discipline is it's a skill, and it's a skill this person should be proud of. But it's like the thing they're being disciplined about isn't really in alignment with their soul. And it's like you came into their life and sort of showed them what living in alignment with your soul actually looks like and feels like. And I think they weren't really ready to respond or to accept it or to see it at the time, but that it was like I'm seeing the Seven of Pentacles. It was like a bug or a seed, right, that got planted within them that was like, it's just sort of been buzzing around or just sort of growing, or it's caused them to maybe even ask more questions of themselves or kind of go within a little bit more. And I think it's really helping them to release and let go of kind of some of the ways that the discipline was stifling them self. Lord have mercy. um you know what, I see someone putting almost like false parameters on themselves. It's like someone gave them a recipe for chocolate chip cookies, and they were like, I can make this exactly correctly every single time. But maybe there's someone who likes nuts in their chocolate chip cookies, and the recipe doesn't call for nuts. And instead of just being like, oh, I'm going to throw some nuts in, this person's like, no, I have to make them exactly the same every single time. I don't know, really. It's the weirdest energy to try to describe, because discipline is the only word that I can come up with. It's like this person put self-imposed parameters on what was okay and what was not okay, or what was allowed or what was expected of them, or what wasn't expected of them, or what the right thing was or what the not the right thing was. And it's like it's like based on what someone else told them, or what they sort of maybe even interpreted from the messaging we get from society. I can't really see the point of origin here, but the result is that, Pisces, you fell outside the boundary of this, and this person was so attracted to you, but really couldn't explain why. But you were a threat to this disciplined life that they had created for themselves. And that was something they were not ready for. You know what I mean? It was something they weren't ready to accept, that there could be something different or something better or something, a different way of being. But it's like they have witnessed it. They have almost experienced it through knowing you, or through, I want to say, even falling in love with you or loving you. Um, this person also may not be even willing to acknowledge that they do love you. Um, but you've been a real point of light for this person, of showing this person that there are other ways to be and to do, and that, you know, you may be someone who prioritizes the way things feel and doing things more intuitively and organically, and opening up to opportunities and to change, where this person shuts down and closes down and gets real protective of this thing that they think, if they go by this recipe, it'll all work out okay. It's almost exposing to them too a lack of trust in the universe and a lack of trust in themselves. They're learning to let go of it a little bit at a time. Again, with the Eight of Swords visualization, I've had this multiple times in your reading, where I literally see the Eight of Swords and then I see a hand come in and move the swords out a pace and then move them out a pace. This is someone who's broadening and expanding their view, I think, of the world, but also as of their own world, and of, this recipe kind of energy, or this disciplined kind of energy. And they may be understanding that the discipline itself is a hard fought skill, but they can apply it in other ways, or that they may even be understanding on some sort of subconscious level that energy is a spectrum and everything has its good and its bad. And that discipline, when applied to being true to yourself and being authentic to yourself and staying disciplined on that, is very different than staying disciplined to a preconceived notion or a plan that doesn't allow for, the ebb and flow of life, the ever-present changing nature of life, the fact that, we're all unique beings and there isn't a one-size-fits-all life for any of us. And the more that we try to fit in, the more we're actually compromising our truth. So let's actually dive in, because you are this person's wish fulfillment. That's what I feel. That you still are, even though you fall outside the lines of what is acceptable or what is something within them. Okay, this reading may not resonate with everyone, but it's a very strong message, and it was coming through even before I got here. In fact, again, I came here for you for this. Okay. Enchantment. We are enchanted when muses sing the art spirit into us. You see this? This person, you're like a mystery. You're like an enigma. You're like something that this person doesn't understand, because you sing your own song. You're free spirit, it feels like. And it's like this person may be coming to terms with the thing that they want the most in life might be you, Pisces, and that might fall outside of this. And so they have to reconcile, they have to find balance between these things. And that may be kind of forcing them to go through this period of sort of letting go of the limits that they've put on themselves, and this desire to make the perfect recipe work for them. They may be realizing that this is not fulfilling, or this doesn't make them happy, or this doesn't inspire them or instill in them the feelings that being with you does. Okay, so there's a conflict here between something that this person has. Yeah, let's just keep going. Enchantment for Pisces. Oh my gosh, yeah. Okay. So this person may have actually even judged you for being different. Um, you have beginnings here, and I feel like this person, it's like they, who you were or what you represented or what being in a relationship with you would have meant for them at the time that they weren't ready in too big of a conflict to what they were ready to accept. And so instead of acknowledging the conflict, or instead of even being able to say there's more than one way, this person may have actually sort of attacked it or judged it, whether they did that out loud or in their own head. But the result is the same. Whether someone says something or not, you're a Pisces, you're intuitive, you're going to pick up on the feeling of being judged or being criticized or having someone, say the way you're doing something is wrong. Now, I know a lot of Pisces that have been through that many times and can hold on to themselves in those moments, but there is a deep soul connection here to where it may have actually at least temporarily kind of zapped your sense of self-worth, or made you even question yourself or the way you're doing things, or why you're holding on to your way of being. And maybe, could you have accepted theirs? And I feel like there's a resounding energy here of falling back into line with yourself and letting this person go and having a boundary and knowing that, you know, you are doing things the way that you're doing things because it is in alignment and it's true to your heart, it's true to your soul, and you can recognize at the same time within them where they're letting themselves down. And you're not judging them for it, but you are putting up a boundary. I do feel like this person may be contemplating apologizing, which to me, when you have this apology energy here, is someone who is now seeing that they judged the things that they didn't understand, or they judged the things. This is I'm getting it as a form of self-protection. I'm getting it as a form of like um mm, someone who just wasn't ready to accept that there was a way of being that was right outside of what they believed. Okay. And this was in the beginning. Okay. But the enchantment that they felt with you, the feeling that it inspired within them was something I feel they had never felt before. And it's a feeling that they've kind of always wanted to get back to. But in order to get back to it, you have to find the balance between where you're at and where that's at. And I feel like that's this energy here where the transformation is taking place within someone, okay? Wish granted. Oh my gosh. Holy moly. Oh, geez Louise. Oh my gosh. Okay. This person, they may actually be somewhat intuitive, but they may also be someone who hasn't intentionally developed that skill, or isn't someone that, regularly walks around and is like, my intuition told me this, or did you see that sign or synchronicity? I think they do see the signs and synchronicities, but I also think they're someone that maybe would have been like, oh, dismissive of it, or secretly judgmental or critical of it even. I don't know what this is, you guys. But there's somebody is waking up, or somebody had some major realization with this clarity energy here of the limitations that were in place. And I think they had to really look at the limitations that were in place. And I think what they saw was you were putting up boundaries to protect your energy, because your energy was in alignment with you. And if something is not in alignment with you, it's not that you work to change it, you allow it to be what it is, but you also don't have a lot of space for it within what you're creating over here, which is part of why you're so enchanting, because you're true to yourself. And I feel like this person realized, okay, Pisces is not bending. Pisces is not, you know, Pisces can forgive. Pisces can be non judgmental. Pisces can be a soft place to fall. Pisces can be all of these things. But where Pisces isn't willing to compromise, it's on anything that's going to draw away from them this energy that they've carefully curated and cultivated in their life, in their world, where it's okay for them to be them and to be true to themselves. And so my way of being is so rigid and defined and so right or wrong or black and white that Pisces isn't comfortable here. And I can't bring this to Pisces. It doesn't work. It creates this clashing energy. And so if I, my wish is to be with Pisces. So if my wish is to be with Pisces, then I may have to be the one that evaluates how important the limits I've placed on my life are to me. And I think this person put these limits in their life in order to control it. They may have really lacked stability or something reliable when they were growing up. And so it's like they needed a definitive way to say, my life is going to be different now that I'm in charge of it. And this is how they did it. And it's almost like they're waking up to this realization that they put this in place to keep themselves safe, but now it's actually costing them their wish, their deepest desire. And there's this energy of kind of with this heart song, it's like knowing this is a deep soul connection and that the life that they're living has been pretty shallow. It lacks meaning. Yes, I can follow a recipe every single day of my life. Great. You know what I mean? Good for me. It keeps me safe. It keeps my life in control, but it also prevents me from being able to have this beauty in my life. And so they're realizing that they are not satisfied with their life within the parameters that they established, and that maybe those parameters or those limitations or that desire to be perfect sort of kept them on the straight and narrow, or, it may have been some type of protection at one point, but I feel like they're evaluating whether or not it's still a benefit to them. You know what I'm saying? And I think, this is very much like I'm walking away, or I'm saying goodbye to this chapter, to this phase, to this way of being, to this way of processing, to this way of keeping myself safe. I'm ready to be liberated from these limitations. And I'm ready to open up to this. And first, I've got to tell Pisces, you have unexpected messages. You're hoping even Pisces is receptive to it. But I mean, this person has had a huge epiphany, and it may have created a bit of a huge upheaval in their life. I mean, they may have to be letting go of, look at this, of letting go of their friends, of the people around them, the people that were also shallow, that they were surrounding themselves with, that were all also adhering to this possible recipe, or were cutting off parts of themselves to fit into the pack energy. This person has not ever probably told you how they feel, how deeply they feel for you. This has been exhausting for your person. They have gone through a lot of grief. They have, I think, maybe even opened up to feeling feelings that they have carried within themselves for their entire life, that they were not willing to open up to look at, to see before. Okay, what is this? Let go, perfectionism, and limits. Oh man, this person, oh man, Pisces, Lord have mercy. I got one on the floor. Let me grab it. Mm-hmm. I think it has taken this person time to come to get to this place. For some of you, it's many moons. For some of you, the clarity came with the full moon. I feel like this person, it's kind of like they don't know what to do now. Now that they've figured this out, now that they're willing to maybe not completely release these limitations they put in their life, but at least push them out further or accept more, or they're open and receptive to other ways of being now, which I feel like they were not before. I feel like so much time has passed that this person is a little bit confused about where you're at, Pisces. They may not know if you have someone new in your life. They may not know, how you would react if they chased you because it has been so long. The elusive energy here is that I feel like this person, while it makes complete sense, they also don't understand it because they don't have the experience of being true to themselves or being a free spirit. Where Pisces, you may look at this situation and be like, oh no, this is so obvious. All they need to do is come forward. I've made that clear, like da 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 da. This person is confused. This person, there's a lot of fog here. There's a lot of clouds here. There's a lot of, even on the elusive, it's like this person may feel like they don't even have access to you, or like they kind of know what you're up to, or they know what you're presenting on Instagram, or they know what this friend who saw you recently said, but they don't really know. And I feel like this person, it's like now that they have sort of been willing to reevaluate what may feel like everything in their life or everything that they believed up until now, they're ready to give it what they have, or they're ready to chase, or they're ready to come in and say what they need to say. But they also, this is someone, there is ego involved here, right? The ego is what did all this, and you don't go from just being like 100% in your ego to like going, oh, okay, well, if they reject me, I think I'll be fine with that. I mean, nobody really thinks that. I mean, we can, if you actually look at the fear of rejection in the eye, and you contemplate what it really means is I take this chance now and risk rejection, or I don't take the chance and I risk never knowing and living with that. And then it's, and then you look at your choices and you're like, I think I'll risk rejection. I mean, some people choose to stay safe, but this person, I feel like they've gone through a lot of mental leaps here, or they've, you know, there's a significant amount of change in this person's energy, but I feel there is still this, at least a remnant of a scarcity mindset that sort of has them feeling like maybe they need more information before they come forward. This person honestly feels like they will always feel this way. That there is this love, or how they feel, is without limits about you, Pisces. Like, whether they're living it, whether they're expressing it, whatever, it is unconditional. It's like this person may have really tried to cling to this way of being. This person may have really tried to let go. This person may have tried to forget you, to move on, to replace you, to, they may have even been with someone else, but this is someone at the end of the day, ultimately, who has only ever been enchanted by one soul, and it's you. Let's dive into the tarot. What is in this person's mental body for Pisces, please? The mental body for Pisces. See, this person is trying to get more information. Yeah, this person is focused right now on how confused they are. They are they're focused. Five of Swords, Seven of Swords is a very, very, very rough combination. This is like one of my first tarot decks. Not this. The Women's Tarot here. We're using it today, and this is like, using this deck is, I don't know. Even being called to use this deck is almost a sign for me. Okay. Oh my gosh. This person has complete clarity. Holy crap. This person is an overthinker for sure. Very active mental body. This person is very aware and thinking about the ways in which their actions, the things that they said even, and their thoughts, they were not in alignment with their heart. They were not in alignment with the soul contract that exists between you. This person may have run away from it. This person may have betrayed it. The connection itself. This person may have not acknowledged it, may have not admitted it. This person is now really seeing that this is a soul contract and that you are in their life for a reason. With the Six of Swords, this person has had to work very hard to come to a place of peace with it. I think the way that they are coming to a place of peace with it is having this clarity of possibly why they had adopted this way of being at all, or the fact that they have introspected and that, they may have been doing the best they could at the time. I don't want to get off topic. But I think this person has had to come to a place of peace and acceptance with the fact that they did the best they could at the time with what they had available to them and the way that they process things. And they're maybe even going one step further to understand that the way that they process those things was a result of some other soul contract they had in their life, or some other, it was their way of sort of balancing out or making themselves feel sort of protected or safe. But it really caused them to run away from things that were what they really wanted, This person they are trying to find out information about you, Pisces. They are trying to spy on you or ask people about you to clear this confusion. You can even see here, it's like this person is sort of over here, sort of like praying. They're not really sure, there's this gate here, and it's like they just have to walk through it. Wow, Page of Cups underneath that. But there's an energy here of, I can't go back and change it, but now that I understand it, now that I have clarity on it, now that I could explain it if I were given the opportunity, I could hope that Pisces would understand. And they've had to come to a place with themselves mentally that is accepting of who they were and why they did what they did, but also that energy of Maya Angelou, when you know better, you do better, understanding and accepting that now they know better. Now they have this Ace of Swords. Now they can cut through their own BS, and that if given the opportunity, they would do things differently. They do not know if they're going to really get that opportunity here with the Page of Swords and the Five of Swords. They're trying to get some information that helps them to see things more clearly. This person is ready to come through with some kind of acknowledgement or, very authentic expression. With the Magician, this person is stepping into their power at this time mentally. They are, we all have those things that maybe we said or we did that we regret. But it's like when you learn the lesson of it and you can see what it has taught you, you can also see that either you may have an opportunity to make amends by apologizing, or you won't ever do it again because you learned the lesson of it. And so it's kind of like this person is trying to figure out if they're going to get the opportunity to apologize or to show up in a different energy from more of a heart space. All of these are swords. All of these are swords. Even justice is a Libra energy, an air sign energy. So this person's mental body is super, super active. And it's like, I almost feel this energy of trying to judge or to figure out, okay, am I going to get the opportunity to do different with Pisces? Or am I just going to have to say, I messed that up? I did the best I could from where I was at. I have to be at a place of peace with that. And I have to just be grateful for what it was and accept that it was. And that, I understand that Pisces does not want, someone who deceived them back in their life. But their mind is just kind of going crazy on this. Am I going to get another chance or not? What is the situation surrounding Pisces? How does Pisces see me? Is Pisces going to be open to listening to what I'm telling them from my heart space, right? So let's see what's in their heart space. What is in their heart space? Can I get one more for the heart space, please? Oh, shoot. All major arcana in the heart space. This person is feeling your loss in their heart space. Look at that 5 of Pentacles right there. Pisces, you're getting the Hangman, the Hermit, and the Temperance with the 5 of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. This person, I felt the energy of great introspection here, and this definitely in the heart space with the Hermit and the Hangman. First of all, you are the Hangman. You are in this person's heart space. Second of all, some of you may even have Virgo or Sagittarius in your charts, which would really be, a double whammy there. Like double confirmation or whatever. Or you may be dealing with a Virgo or a Sagittarius. But beyond that, more importantly, honestly, in terms of energy, is this person, I think they did not listen to their heart before. And I think Pisces, it's like you almost enlightened them that there was more than one way to process life. Like, it's not just a mental game. It's also, how do you feel? And it's kind of like this person had either adopted this way of processing to protect themselves and kind of closed down that connection to their emotion, and then had it sort of reawakened. And as a result of that, spent some time really by themselves, trying to really listen to what their heart was telling them, to what their heart was saying. And when they got out of their head and dropped into their heart, I feel like they got a completely new perspective. And I think that's what really enabled, it's like I'm seeing dominoes that are, lined up, and you can push it and the whole thing just starts falling, and it just goes and goes and goes and goes and goes. And that's what it feels like this person has sort of been through. It's like once they realized what was preventing them from being able to come toward you, or being able to even accept this relationship or live this relationship that obviously was their wish fulfillment, once they realized the limitations and the boundaries they had put on their life, trying to achieve some type of perfectionism or trying to do the right thing or be the right person or whatever, it's like they almost realized their loyalty wasn't ever really to themselves. It was to this like idea that like if they lived this way, they would somehow be rewarded or they would be kept safe. And it's like that challenge to that, plus the challenge of, you know, Pisces lives their life like this, and the way I live my life, they're not cohesive. Our ways of being do not mesh well. It creates a clashing. So Pisces has already shown me that they have strong boundaries and a reason for being the way that they are. And my reason for being the way I am isn't to be true to myself, but it's to protect myself. And maybe I need to reevaluate that. So it like this whole energy here of feeling the loss of you, or possibly even this is what, when you pulled away energetically, it caused this person to really drop from their mental body into their heart chakra and really get a new perspective on what happened here. This person with temperance here may have also discovered those wounds, that pain, where the scarcity mindset came from, where the fear of abandonment came from, where the fear of intimacy came from, where the fear of being authentic to themselves came from. A deep-seated insecurity or emotional neglect or some kind of neglect, yeah, it really kept them in this space of, look at this, I mean, of being emotionally blocked off with the Four of Pentacles and being someone who was very head over heart with the King of Swords, right? So there's this energy of, but look, the seed had been planted. I got this so strongly with that enchantment card. The seed had been planted, and it's like, because the seed was planted, this person had something to work with and work toward. They had some understanding that they didn't have before. I cannot believe this card is right here. It exposed to them where they could make a change that would be helpful. Temperance here is long-term, very deep healing and rebalancing and recentering. And it is a desire in this person's heart to be able to come back together with you, Pisces, for, I feel like, the long term. This person has seriously done some soul searching, and I feel like the catalyst was the loss of you. I am going to get some perspective. Perspective for Pisces, please. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh. This person may have also had issues around commitment. Yeah. This person is really seeing how they, with the Four of Cups and the Ten of Wands, they're seeing how carrying the burdens of their past and not releasing them prevented them from being able to really open up to receive what was right there in the future, or what was right there in the present moment. And it also let them see what energy they would need to show up in to make it work with the King of Pentacles. It's like, I have to be free of these burdens, and I have to be free of this feeling that things don't work out for me, or that there's only one way of being. And it's this Four of Cups energy keeps showing up, and it's like somebody who's, the vibe I get is somebody who's willing to settle for kind of nothing special in order to never have their boat rocked in life again. Do you get what I'm saying? And that doesn't work. Your boat's going to get rocked in life. That's an inevitability. So there's something here about becoming the steady force, about becoming the steady nature, about being able to release the burdens of the past, and the effect that they're having on the present moment, and step into the energy that is going to actually, I don't want to say be your protection and be your shield, but is going to be the most unshakable when the inevitability of the shaky times come in life, with the King of Pentacles. And with the Hierophant, this is also like this energy of, you and me against the world, baby. You know what I mean? Like, it would be stronger if I were connected to someone else who was such a steady force that when the earth shakes, this person is like, okay, the earth is shaking. I see the earth is shaking. I observe the earth is shaking. That's all there is. You know what I mean? That's it. I don't need to internalize it. I don't need to go into panic about it. None of those things are going to help it. I'm observing if the earth is still shaking, what precautions do I need to take? They're not rocked by it. They're not freaked out and reactionary by it. They're just kind of going with the flow and just being the observer, the witness of what is happening. I think you taught that possibly to this person, Pisces. Wow. So what are this person's intentions? Wow. They hope that you're single, first of all. They're definitely wanting to come in and communicate. This energy has been coming up for a while now. They want to communicate from their place of their heart. The Page of Cups is also a secret admirer card. And it's like, I think this person wants you to sort of know that they have really never left your side, or that you have not ever really fallen outside their heart. It's like the Two of Cups is like above this Page of Cups. And it's almost like in my head, in my energy, you were my partner, or you were sort of maybe even the guiding force, or the thing that was on my mind that caused me to go through this transformation or this change. Or it's like they kind of want to confess, or they want to kind of like sort of admit the things that they were not willing to admit before. It's weird. It's like I also feel like a blocked throat chakra, so I don't know if they'll actually be able to go through with it. And especially because with the Nine of Pentacles, I feel like you're just a little intimidating to this person. You've shown over time your ability to sort of have mastered the skill of being true to yourself, and your life really reflects that. It's very solid, it's very stable, it's very your life is your testimony. The way that your life looks, the way that your energy looks, it's all a result of you day in and day out being very true to yourself and not getting rocked by the earth shaking, and just continuously moving through whatever life brought to you. This person, it's like with the Page energy, they're someone who's just barely getting into this, like, I have feelings thing. And so there is this intimidation energy between the Page of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles, where it's like we're not quite on solid ground. But with the Eight of Wands, there's this desire to get there through communication. And when someone brings that energy of, I'm here, I'm all heart, I don't have a lot of practical knowledge or experience with this, but I'm going to do my best. And my intention is to be authentic and to be real and to really stay in here until we communicate through this space. You can get through a lot. This person is coming in to speak their truth. They have no idea what to expect, and that stops them and scares them. And then they go into this fear mode because they are afraid that you may not be really receptive to them. But ultimately, it's like they're never going to know if they don't go for it. They're never going to know if this can have another chance. And they can't stop thinking about you, which is why I think they're going to come in very unexpectedly and tell them, you are my wish fulfillment. With you, I'm happier than I am with anyone else. Like, let's commit. Let's get back together. Let's find this emotional contentment. They're gonna do it. They're gonna do it because they can't let go. If you can't let go, you got to do something. All right. So what actions is Pisces person? I'm getting to shuffle the whole deck. Let me actually clarify the Page of Cups first. Page of Cups for Pisces. This person is ready to admit it all. That is how I feel. Um, Six of Wands, Five of Cups, the Devil with that Eight of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. The Devil for Pisces. I mean, Pisces, Lord have mercy on my soul. This person wants to have success. They're going to tell you that. The Six of Wands is also a card of engagement. This person, I feel like they're going to say, I was really stuck to some beliefs, some ideas, some very limiting, I was trying to protect myself. And as a result, it's like I got stuck to some lower vibrational energies because having the motivation of your life be to protect yourself stems from a place of fear. And that's that devil energy. And it's like, I may have rejected you, Pisces, to maintain or to hold on to this protective way of being or this belief system that I was 100% into until I realized, even because my life with you is very different than my life without you. And without you, there was nothing special. Without you, my life lacked meaning. Without you, my life was a bunch of stuff that may have looked good or looked impressive or whatever, but it was not fulfilling. It was not satisfying. It was not the beauty that I experienced with you. And that is why this person wants to come in and co-create. They want to put the work in. They're coming very genuinely. Page of Cups, Eight of Pentacles. This person is very willing, I feel like, even to really acknowledge that possibly the spilled cups of the past are their fault. And because they were loyal to something that wasn't really in alignment with who they were. And that got really exposed. They have learned a lot, and I feel like they want another opportunity to try to make something work with you here, to be successful in this relationship. All right, what actions is this person going to take for the Spirit? This one wants to be seen. Eight of Wands. Again, Pisces, communication. The Sun. They want to bring clarity to this situation. We have the Devil, the Eight of Swords, and the Two of Pentacles. This is someone, I feel like they want to collaborate. I feel like they are ready to make this choice. I feel like this is someone who the actions that they're taking is really leaving behind a past way of being that was very limiting. I feel like they're breaking out of it. They were someone that was unreliable with the Two of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords, and the Devil because there was a limitation to how much anything could grow with them because they were stuck to lower vibrational energies and lower vibrational beliefs. They were a prisoner of their own fear of being hurt again. And so they adopted this way of being that was like, okay, if I just stay within these parameters, I won't be hurt again. And those parameters were the parameters of the devil. They're the parameters of fear and illusion that, if I am a good person, then nothing bad will ever happen to me. Or if I always do the right thing, then no wrong thing will ever happen to me. That's a bunch of crap because life is not fair. And, so now it's like this person is like they're understanding with this Queen of Swords. They want to have a strong conversation with you, Pisces. They've made their choice, and I think they want to know what your choice is. This person definitely wants to collaborate. They want to co-create and collaborate here. And they want to bring clarity and healing to the situation. I feel like this person is in an energy where they are willing to go slow, or they may even be going slow. I think that's because they don't want to add any more regrets to the situation, but they do want to close out this chapter where you're not together, and they want to come together. Yeah, they want to have this connection. They want to have this wish fulfillment. And I feel like this person is willing to leave it all behind and, leave the past in the past and give you everything that they have. I mean, I know that sounds like kind of over the top, but that's really what I'm getting. All right, Pisces, let's get you some messages. For Pisces dealing with a water sign, please, Spirit. For Pisces dealing with a water sign. You are the light in my darkness. The best is yet to come. Stay grounded. I visited you last night and held you in my arms. If you're dealing with a fire sign, you're getting, I'll make it up to you, baby. I am so close you don't even know it. Be blessed on this winding journey home. I share your pain. You're the reason for my existence. You give me hope, and I know I made a mistake. Yeah, that's exactly what I feel like this person's coming forward to say. If you're dealing with an earth sign, I am on my way in all capital letters. I miss us. My heart aches for you. You know in your heart I am always there. Look away. I'm about to make a move. Pisces, I swear, I don't care who you're dealing with. I feel like these people are just like going to come out of the woodwork any minute. You have an air sign. If you're dealing with an air sign, I will propose to you. I'm sorry for what I did to you. I'm sorry for hurting you. Don't go anywhere. I am coming back, and I'll be with you soon. I promise. Oh, and there's one more flipper. Let's see what it says. I will dance with you forever in this life. Pisces, this is what I have for you. I hope it helps. I hope it brought you peace and clarity. I am truly very moved by this energy. I feel like you've been a catalyst for change, a very positive change and a very beautiful change for someone. And I feel like if nothing else, they want to at least tell you that or thank you for that. But I think they're hoping that their wish is going to be granted and that you're going to be receptive to connecting with them again. All right, Pisces, this is what I have for you. I hope it helps. I really do. Until next time, guys, if it resonates, let me know. Like, share, subscribe, and comment. You guys are the best commenters. I love it. Oh, somebody asked me if I put crystals on my decks for energetic purposes. Yes, I'm a huge believer in crystals, and we all get to choose what we believe in, and crystals make me extremely happy, so I make that choice. All right, but I don't try to convince anyone else of their thing, but try it, you'll like it. No, I'm just kidding. All right, until next time, you all, I send you off with all my very best. Always, always, always. Bye-bye.